Welcome back. Now, dairy giant Danone is developing female farming skills in the Eastern Cape. Last year, the company signed a partnership agreement with a dairy farm worth over 75 million rand. Danone South Africa is this week hosting a workshop where various issues, including factors affecting women in the industry, will be discussed. To tell us more about this workshop, we're joined by the head of cycles and procurement at Danone Southern Africa, Nosi Biko. Thank you so much for your time, Nosi. This is such an exciting story. Really uplifting communities that are probably in desperate need of such skills. Maybe just tell us what this program is about and how many people are expected to benefit from this.
Thank you, Heidi. Good evening, everyone. And for us, we've chosen 5 women who are part of this program. So we've had them at our factory. So they arrived on Sunday. And they visited the factory, so spent a couple of days at the factory. And for us, it's really just to show them the full value chain, so from supplying the milk, what happens to it, so that you then see the end product, which is the yogurt or ultra or ingomazi. And that's what we've been showing them. And then secondly, we'll also have a panel discussion tomorrow where we then also tackle women issues. So women in leadership, how do you navigate the space, which we know, even in farming, is very male dominated.
So maybe just speak to us about how long this program is expected to last for, and what sort of employments, if at all, will these women that you are looking at upskilling could benefit from?
Yeah. So Heidi, these are women who are actually employed at Ngokga Dairy. And if you remember, so this is a partnership that we actually ventured into with Ngokga last year. They supply milk to Danone South Africa. And for us, when we visited the dairy, we were actually pleasantly surprised to see dairy managers who are female, very passionate women who are working at the dairy. And we said as soon as we can, we would like them to come up and come to Joburg and really see, what can we do with them? And this is a long-term thing. So this is the first time we're doing it. And for us, it's then to see what other skills do they need? What else can we do? And there's also learnings for us, We also visit the dairy quite often, and there's a lot we can learn from these women who are actually leading, people from different backgrounds, people different ages, and it's really quite interesting, and they're doing the same and learning from us.
Speak to us about the women that you seek to empower, Nosi, because we do know that in many of these areas, women are not considered. They are not considered for upskilling. They're not considered for employment. Yet they are the ones that are expected to make a difference, not in just their family, but in their community. Who are we looking at here? Is there specific target markets? I know you're saying that these women have already somewhat started this program, but who will you be focusing on specifically, if there is a focus?
Yeah, so the focus is really women in dairy. So these are women who are passionate about farming. We know, farming is really quite important. For us as a yogurt company, we really, depend on milk farmers. And this for us is a way for us to actually partner up with them and see what we can do to empower the women. So for us, really, it's women in dairy. This is what we're concentrating on for this initiative. These are women, so like I say, women who are employed, women we can actually then give more skills to, see what else we can do around leadership, around just all the skills that we know we have, and where we don't have, we'll also get experts to try and assist them.
How much money is being pumped into this upliftment and empowering women with these necessary skills?
Yeah, so for us, really, and we haven't put a budget to it. This is as we need, we then venture into this, and we would find and identify things that, we had discussions before they arrived, and we said, what are your areas of interest? Some of these women also run, we all know the importance of having a second income. So they have other things that they're doing on the side. Some have chicken farming businesses, and they're saying, how do I market my business? So besides the dairy, they're also looking to do other things, and we haven't put a number to it, but really all we're trying to do is to see where we can assist, and we're taking it from there.
So anybody watching this that would want to be part of this program and empowering of skills and so forth, how does one get involved?
Yeah. So in this case, I mean, really, this Ngocha dairy and that area is the community we're focusing on. So I would say, I mean, approaching the dairy and interest in farming is quite important. We know this is something that hasn't always been, seen in that view. People always look down on farming, and that's quite key for us. I mean, for sustainability, for a lot of things. So for us, the first step would be approach the dairy, see what you can do, and we then also partner with them to identify who do they think is ideal for this program.
So, you mentioned something interesting there where you said, dairy sometimes, or farming rather, is looked down on, but it's so integral, especially also for food security in our country. And maybe just speak to us about the importance of that in having people being skilled in farming, because also it's a long-term solution, and at the end of the day it benefits all of us in terms of having people understand how farming works.
Yeah. So Heidi, I mean, if you think back to COVID and how all of us started being, very conscious of our own, veggies, and we all had veggie gardens. And for me, I mean, it really just put a spotlight on, you can't take these things for granted. We all expect to go to a store and find milk there, but who is actually farming this? And for us at Danone, the sustainability of the farming is quite important. So we look at things like soil health. We look at what are we doing to make sure that, we can actually have these farms running for a long period of time. And we also, I mean, for us, it's also about the communities that they're in. So this Ngocha community, I mean, creates employment. It creates the opportunity for other young girls to look at it and say, oh, I could get into this. If Ngocha Dairy that supplies milk to Danone, a global company, has a dairy manager that is female, why can't I do it? So for me, it's really to change the stigma and to also put the spotlight on, farming is not. It's not just, waking up at 4 a.m. and running after, animals. There's a lot that goes into it. There's a science to it, and there are different aspects that these women are also exploring in terms of things like the science, animal health, and all of that really can interest a lot of the youth that are looking and thinking, what can I do, when I finish doing my high school studies.
Certainly, and I think it's definitely a space in a world of great opportunity. Thank you so much for your time this evening, and thank you for the work that you do. I think it's going to make a big difference in many, many people's lives and in many communities. That was Nosi Biko from Danone Southern Africa.